Hi, Simon. Hi, Hunter. How are you both?
Hey
Good,
Josh,
thanks, Josh.
thanks
How are you?
man.
Yeah, great. Thank you. And it's awesome to be speaking to you both for this series. And obviously, you're sharing this role of Benton Wesley. So, what was it like for you both working together and to develop this character into who we see in both of the time periods in the show?
It's definitely one of the more exciting aspects of doing a show like this. I've never shared a role, so
No.
it's fun to get to collaborate and to work with this man who I respect so much and who has invited that collaboration. It's pretty cool, pretty rare.
Yeah, yeah. Look, that was a risky element, I think, going into it. And I think when I first read the script, I was like, how are we going to do the younger characters? Like, are we going to do some sort of
Prosthetic.
sort of dodgy CGI thing, you know? No, they're not going to do that. That's a lot of work if we do that. And then they said, well, we're going to cast other actors. And I went, oh, that's
Ooh,
dangerous.
Scary.
That is really dangerous. But I think, what do I know? I think it worked really well. And we did have a bit of time beforehand where we kind of got on the same page, worked with dialect together and, you know, like a kind of philosophical approach to the character. But we didn't really spend any time, really much time on set together.
Wow. Well, you both do a fantastic job as this character. And, Simon, obviously, you're working closely with Nicole Kidman as Kay. What was that back and forth like and to develop the relationship at the later stage in their life in the show?
Just very much like it walked onto set and hit it straight away. We had a really small rehearsal period. We have a history together, so there's an ease there straight away, which obviously probably through osmosis just sort of factors into the performance stuff as well, although we're playing very different characters to who we are. But that always helps with the trust, particularly when you're playing so intimately, romantically and intimately with someone. That element of trust is a really good thing, makes you feel safe, and so you can sort of take risks.
That's fantastic. And then, of course, Hunter, at the same time, you're working with Rosie, playing, again, that relationship, very different stage of their life. What was that back and forth like for you with her?
Yeah, it always comes down to, I mean, if you're lucky, you get to work with good people, and if you don't, if there's a tricky person or tricky personality, you have to navigate that. But Rosie McEwen is absolute professional and beautiful, wonderful human. So again, it makes all of that stuff. You don't have to work as hard. You don't have to manufacture as much. You just kind of be there and be honest with the character, and things happen.
Awesome. And of course, Benton, he does have a Virginia accent. So for both of you, was that quite a tough thing to master working on this character?
Yeah, I guess you could say it's a bit of work,
Yeah.
but that's the stuff that's kind of
Fun.
like really fun.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that's, and we had a really good dialect coach, who Tom Jones, who worked with Rosie as well,
Yeah.
and Nicole.
And Nicole.
So, and he's just, he's more than a dialect coach.
Oh, yes.
Like, he's a really great guy to be able to kind of, and he was there, he was kind of really the consistent
That's right.
element that
Yeah.
was there on set in both timelines. And I would constantly, I don't know if you were, but I was like,
I was, yeah.
I was
Like,
saying,
well,
Tom,
how's
how's
Simon-
Hunter going? He's like,
How's
he's
Simon
good.
doing? Would he say it like this?
Yeah. So we had that,
Yeah.
which is probably really good because it's like
Oh.
an intermediary.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because sometimes what you think you're doing isn't really necessarily what you're doing.
That's right. That's right.
So
What
if
you
you'd
feel
asked
you're
me,
doing.
yeah. If you'd asked me, I would have been like, "Well, I'm doing this." And it's like, "Well, it's not reading."
That's right. It doesn't look like that. That's exactly right. Yeah. You don't always get that in shows, and that's kind of a happy byproduct of
Yeah,
having
I'm really looking forward to catching up with Tom.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, Hunter, Simon, thank you both so much for your time. I thought you're both terrific in this series, and I can't wait for people to see it. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Cheers,
Appreciate
mate.
it. I love your
Thank
collection back there too. Rock on.
Thank you so much. Have a good one, guys.
you. See ya.